In 1968, an unknown object was discovered resting on the bottom of the Baltic Sea, approximately 60 miles off the coast of Sweden. The object was roughly the size of a small house and had an unusual shape, similar to a large boulder or a huge chunk of rock. But as scientists investigated further, they realized that this was no ordinary rock. It was smooth, perfectly round, and made of an unknown material, and that's when the mystery began. What is this strange object and how did it get there? One of the prevailing theories is that it's a meteorite. After all, it was found in the water, and meteorites are known to crash into the sea. However, scientists have been unable to confirm this, because they do and have enough technology to actually extract samples from it. The only way we know its composition is by analyzing the dust kicked up by the remotely operated vehicle's propeller. It could also be a glacial erratic a rock that was transported by a glacier and deposited in an area different from where it originated. But again, scientists don't know for sure because they can't actually touch it. Some believe that it could even be a military weapon of some kind, but there's no evidence to support this theory. In fact, there is very little evidence to support any of the theories because the truth is that we don't have enough evidence. What we do know is that it has remained in the same spot for decades, which rules out some possibilities. If it were a floating piece of debris, it would have likely been carried away by currents long ago. If it were a meteorite, it probably wouldn't have stayed in such good condition. So what do we know about this mysterious object? For starters, it appears to be man-made, not natural. This rules out the meteorite and the glacial erratic theories and leaves us with only one other possibility: a military weapon. But there's another piece of evidence that suggests something else entirely. Analysis of satellite images revealed that the object was coated in barnacles and seaweed, which means it's not just sitting on the seabed, it's actually moving. Now, this doesn't necessarily rule out the military weapon theory, but it does make it less likely. After all, if the object is moving, it's probably not a solid piece of metal. So what is this strange object that's been baffling scientists for decades? Unfortunately, we may never know. But that hasn't stopped people from coming up with all sorts of theories. Some believe it's a crashed UFO, while others think it's the lost city of Atlantis. Of course, there's no evidence to support either of these claims, but that hasn't stopped them from spreading. The truth is, we simply don't have enough evidence to say what this object is, and until we do, it'll remain a mystery. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.